Prime Minister Mark Carney and his Liberal government have survived their first test of confidence in the House of Commons, with last month's speech from the throne being adopted. It was passed on division, meaning no recorded vote was held, despite the NDP vowing earlier in the day yesterday to vote against the minority Liberals. Tessa Bennett joins us with the latest. Tessa, the speech was adopted, but there were some amendments tabled. What can you tell us?
Manisa, the Liberal motion was amended by the Conservative Party to include a provision asking the government to table an economic update or budget before the summer. Since the Liberals hold a minority government, they needed the support from other MPs to pass the speech.
The government is guided by its conviction that the economy is only truly strong when it serves everyone.
The Liberal government's reply to the throne speech has been adopted in the House of Commons, accepted on division, indicating no recorded vote was held, something experts say is unusual. It helped the Liberals avoid their first confidence vote.
If a member participating in person wishes that the motion as amended be carried or carried on division, or if a member of a recognized party participating in person wishes to request a recorded division, I would invite them to rise and indicate it to the chair.
King Charles delivered the speech from the throne last month, setting out the plan for the Liberal government and reopening this parliamentary session. The throne speech is delivered by the King, but it's written by the Prime Minister's office and offers a deeper look into their guiding values and plans for policy.
To build Canada strong, the government is working closely with provinces, territories and Indigenous peoples to identify and catalyse projects of national significance.
Once it's been read and Parliament resumes, a vote is held in the House of Commons on whether to pass the speech. Before it was passed, interim NDP leader Don Davies said New Democrat MPs would be voting against the reply to the speech, citing the lack of details laid out for the government's healthcare plan.
Millions of Canadians don't have access to an affordable home. They don't have access to timely health care, and they don't have access to the good family-sustaining jobs that they need. And yet the throne speech doesn't even mention the words healthcare.
The throne speech focused mainly on building up the Canadian economy by fast-tracking certain projects the government deems to be of national interest. During a debate in the House of Commons yesterday, the Green Party showed their support for the speech, though noted it lacked details and mentioned climate change in passing references. Opposition party leaders also said the language was vague and didn't do enough to explain how the government plans to bring its spending down. The motion was also amended after a request from the Conservatives for an economic update before the summer. Government House Leader Stephen McKinnon said afterwards the vote was a confidence matter, marking the first real test for Prime Minister Carney's government. If the government loses a confidence vote, it's defeated, which could lead to a snap election. In a post on social media, McKinnon said the passing of the speech sets the stage for a strong and focused agenda. Carney spent his time during yesterday's question period emphasizing how his government plans to right the Canadian economy through trade negotiations with U.S. President Trump's administration.
We are in intensive negotiations with the Americans and in parallel preparing reprisals if those negotiations do not succeed.
Carney says he'll be tabling bills in the coming days to help eliminate barriers to interprovincial trade by Canada Day and fast-track major infrastructure projects.